Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
I stopped by this morning. I haven't told you this yet, and I got the Mega Millions. I got the Powerball. And I said, let's do a little Super Lotto Plus as well. So I'm all set to go for tonight and the rest of the week.
You're sprinkled across the board. Well, Mega Millions was last night.
But they didn't win.
Nobody won.
Yeah.
So now...
That's why I picked up one for Friday.
Oh, okay. All right. Now
I'm getting ahead of the game. Yeah, you better get one by Friday or you're out, bro.
I know that this does not behoove them to
200 and something million to 1 odds.
Oh, it's way more than that. I think it's way more than that.
I thought I heard this morning it was 200 and something million to 1 on Mega Millions.
Is it?
But I mean, who knows? Maybe it was billion. I don't know. No, it couldn't be billion.
The odds are long.
There's not that many people in this country. Not everybody
can't win if you
lotto.
don't play, right?
Exactly. Why not throw down? It cost me $5 to get 3 tickets. You know, the Super Lotto Plus, the Mega Millions, and the Powerball. And it's like, come on, $5 a week. I mean, if you can do it. I realize not everybody maybe can do it right now. But, you know, I like to gamble. I'm a gambler. I'm a bit of a gambler.
So what do? Get one of each?
Yeah.
For $5?
Yeah. I used to play numbers. I used to play like birthdays and stuff, but then I lost that pay. I'm like, no, just give me.
Should there be an addendum to the rule? Like, what if I play more than one?
No, no. We've already decided.
But no, seriously, I've got more skin in the game if that's the case. So we should take it by percentage. So let's say I buy 5 tickets. I buy 5 numbers of the one that ends up winning. Whether it be...
Are you talking about our deal?
Yes, I'm talking about the deal.
Our deal is, if it's over $20 million, which this is, we both play the same game. One of us wins. The other person has to give him $1.5 million.
Yes. But should that $1.5 million be tiered? Like, let's say I win, but I also had 5 times the amount of investment that you had.
You didn't have
into it.
You didn't have to. The original deal that we shook on was...
but I want to increase my odds of winning, so I am bringing more to the table.
We can't change it. We already shook. We have
but I am bringing more to the table. Therefore, you should get 20% because I brought... I'm just saying if. This is a what-if scenario.
Yeah.
I typically don't buy 5.
Well, the problem with your argument is we already shook on it. Now, if you would have wanted to bring this up at the beginning, before we signed the contract, which was a handshake... Then I would say, okay,
but you understand where I'm getting at on this, right?
But I would still
I have 5 times more.
I can't control, and I'm not going to call you every week to find out how much money you're putting into your lotto and which tickets and which games you're going to play and how many numbers. I mean, what are you going to bring to that we both have to play the same numbers?
You're going the cheapskate route. Like I can't really count on you to win because you're buying. Come on.
Well, how much money you spend on the lotto this week?
You're buying 1.
How many numbers did you buy? For Mega Millions.
For last night, I did play 5. I played a 10 spot for last night, so I played 5.
Then you're a sucker.
I bought.
The odds are so stacked against you.
I don't know if I'm.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
That's what losers
You're not really increasing your odds that much.
No, you're not. But
by spending double.
But also, if you talk about it just in straight investment terms, I have 5 times the investment that you have. So if I have 5 times the investment that you have,
did you buy Powerball for tonight?
Going into it, yes, I did. I put a 10 spot on that too.
Damn.
So if I have
throwing money away,
I know. Just watching
go buy a scratch ticket. You have better odds
to win less money.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm getting at with my argument on this. Okay, if I've invested 5 times more than you have, and our deal was 1.5 million,
I ever do a deal
you should get 1/5 of 1.5 million. What is that?
By the way, tonight's Powerball odds 1 in 292 million.
Yeah,
to win. So.
Right, but I have
the Mega Millions 1 in 302.5 million.
You have a 1 in 292 million chance. I have a 5 in 292 million chance because I'm playing 5 numbers.
No, I don't think that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 5. I have a 5 in 292 million chance of winning the lotto. 5 times the investment.
Hey, by the way, I saw something that you put up on Facebook yesterday about if you won, would you still eat poor people food? What the hell is poor people food?
So I sat down to a lunch of a hot dog yesterday, and I thought, man, poor people food. This is, if I won.
You don't think rich people eat hot dogs?
I don't know.
Of course they do. It's an American pastime. Everybody eats hot dogs.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Anderson Cooper last week said that he doesn't eat at an Olive Garden.
He didn't say that. He just said the rioters were going to go to the Olive Garden.
And stay at Holiday Inn Express.
I bet you he's ate it at one Olive Garden.
Express. By the way, if I ever win the lotto, I'm only staying at Holiday Inn Expresses. I might even get rid of a house.
Not the one in Corning. Worst night of sleep of my life. It was like sleeping on concrete. It was the hardest bed ever.
Are you ever happy about anything?
Sure,
Is anything up to par? I think you should go hang out with Anderson.
The one in Corning, it was not up to my expectations. But, it was a Holiday Inn Express.
By the way, since I have 5 times the investment that you have into the lotto tonight, if I win and you get your $1.5 million, if it was tiered based on the same level of investment, you would get $1.5 million. But since I threw 5 times more of the investment that you did, I spent 10, you spent 2. You would shake out under my deal. You would still shake out at $300,000. I mean, you can't scoff at $300,000
versus $1.5 million.
But
I think I'll stick with our original deal.
It's not a fair deal.
It is a fair deal, and we shook on it.
I can't go back to the state and say, "Hey, can I get $8 back?"
Sloppy Joes. I would eat all this stuff. We're asking you, would you still eat poor people food? What I think is more interesting is what people think poor people food is.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Ramen, number 1 on this list. I guess it's cheap. 25 cents for a pack, but cheap. It's good stuff.
It is excellent.
And just because, you buy the ramen at the store for 25 cents, you can go to a restaurant and get ramen pay a lot more.
The best at work, yes, by a lot. I don't understand why ramen restaurants are so expensive, but... because I could get it for 25 cents at Vaughn's. But
I make my own at home. It's just chicken broth and you buy these noodles.
If you that's a cool story. If you
it probably ends up costing more than
buy ramen. If you have one of those, so we have, speaking of water guys, we have one of those water guy things, water cooler.
A jug?
And it's got a hot spigot and a cold spigot.
Just like all of them, yeah.
They all do?
Amazing.
I didn't know that. Because
most of them, I think, do.
Some only have cold, and I think that's just pointless. I mean, you got to plug the damn thing in anyways. Why not run a hot one through there as well? But you take the ramen, you crush it up, you put it in a coffee cup, and you put the seasoning on it, and you fill it almost to the top with water from that hot spigot, and then you put a paper plate on it for 3-4 minutes. Perfect ramen every time.
Cool story, bro.
Perfect timing. See, you can't come back at me like that.
I can.
I'm rubber, you're glue.
Who cares that you're big time fancy and you have water delivered to your home and you have a hot water spigot and you make ramen by putting a plate on it?
I said at work.
The rest of us, we all do the same thing.
Does this plexiglass affect your hearing? I said at work.
Yeah, I'm not listening to half the stuff you say because it doesn't make sense. Well, you start trying to change our lotto deal, and it's just, I don't want to talk about it.
That's numbers.
It's
numbers
pointless.
Don't lie.
You're just wasting my time and everybody else's because it's pointless.
Numbers don't lie.
It doesn't matter, but it's pointless.
It's not pointless. It's 5 times the investment. I mean,
it's pointless because we have a deal and we're not changing it. Because 2 of us have to agree.
Why should we go to a restaurant for lunch and then I order a burger with fries? You order the same burger with fries, yet you only have to pay $2 for it, and I pay $10 for it. Well, do you see the logic?
You ordered a more fancier burger. That's your problem. You ordered one with pork belly and
listen. I'm not the
expensive cheese, and I just ordered the regular burger.
Your bills, okay? I'm not the Bernie Sanders of lotto winners. Okay,
sorry, that's the deal, bro. Let's see, Tonito's Pizza.
Totino's.
Okay. Sorry. Mac and cheese, sloppy joes, tuna casserole, spaghetti, burgers. I think everyone eats these. Here's my thing. This is where poor people food comes from.
Do they?
Poor people food comes from convenience stores and gas stations. The hot case. If you eat hot food from a convenience store or gas station, that's poor people food. Okay.
Who said it?
If you're going to AM/PM or you're going to the Chevron Express or whatever they call that.
Excellent. Great hot dogs.
Or 7-Eleven. If you're eating food out of the 7-Eleven hot dog case, that's disgusting.
Colin wrote in and he said that he loves 7-Eleven hot dogs. He will continue to eat them even if he wins the Powerball or the Mega Millions, and
He must have I need to know the person that is making that hot dog. I need to be able to ask them, how long has that hot dog been there? You
understand those machines are meant to make hot dog perfection. Those little roller things.
I've had them. I've made the decision and have made the mistake. It was like jerky. It was terrible.
It depends.
But it was a 7-Eleven
too.
You
have to catch it at the right time. You can't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I need to know the person behind the counter if I'm going to put that much trust into
Use
them.
your eyes.
I also don't want to be sick for like 2 hours after I eat this thing.
Don't pick up the one that looks like like beef jerky. Pick up the one that looks delicious, because there is one.
It did look delicious, but it was wrong. It was
delicious
wrong.
Hot dogs. So good. I will continue to eat those. Such a good deal too.
But everything else that you buy at a convenience store or gas station, like chips and stuff, I don't find that to be poor people food.
I would take that hot dog over the Costco hot dog any day. I would.
Good for you.
I'm just saying.
Good. You eat them all, because I'm not going to have any of them. I'll go to Costco and I'll pay less for the same hot dog, and I'll get a soda.
You're accustomed to paying less. I mean, you enter into a financial deal, you pay less if it's a partnership.
Del Taco.
That's what you
Taco Bell. This is not poor people food. It's just convenient food.
Exactly.
Fast food.
You probably pay exactly a fifth less than.
I'm not even listening to this.
I would say.
Tacos from Jack in the Box, more fast food. I don't think fast food is poor people food. But maybe, I mean, I guess there's an argument to be made there that poor people eat off the dollar menu or they spend less money. Like, I wanted to be cheap on Sunday. Like, hey, you want a burger?
Oh, yes.
And so I said, I'm going to McDonald's and we're getting the 2 for $6. I'll get us 2 quarter pounders with cheese.
Claire, tip of the hat to you. The tacos from Jack in the Box. My great grandmother is so excited when she comes and visits us, because we'll go get fast food every once in a while. And all she wants is 2 tacos from Jack in the Box without the lettuce. Just stop putting the lettuce in them, please. Just
some people like lettuce. They like deep fried lettuce.
That's weird. It's so bizarre. But anyways, that's what she looks forward to. She's like, "Oh, where are you guys going?" She's like trying to lead us down that path. I don't know, great grandma, where do you want to go? I don't know. I always like those tacos from Jack in the Box. Ew, tacos from Jack in the Box, 2 for $1.29. Can't beat that deal, my friend. Now, if I had to pick between 7-Eleven hot dogs and Taco Bell's, Jack in the Box's tacos, I would probably pick Jack in the Box's tacos on the poor people food front.
You think that tacos from a fast food restaurant is poor people food?
2 for $1.29. Yeah, you can find that in your change.
Just because it's a good deal doesn't mean it's poor people food.
Yes, it does. Cheap food. That's what poor people food is. It's cheap food. Okay? I'm not trying to say that it's less quality.
Somebody said Vienna sausage. Anytime you buy food, like from the dollar store, that's poor people food. That's gross.
What's the difference between that and tacos? I mean, it's only 29 cents more for the tacos. Come on.
The tacos came from a restaurant. This came from a can.
Some stuff from the dollar store is really good. Like, let's see. What did I get from the dollar store one day? Oh, you know what it's called? It's better than Cheetos. And it's Cheetos brand. And it's called Chester's Puffercorn. Chester's. That's the tiger,
cheetah.
right? Okay, the cheater.
He's a cheetah.
Yeah, Chester the cheetah would make sense.
He's a tiger.
Chester the tiger. I don't pay attention.
This is the guy that wants to change our deal in the lotto bet. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention to the mascot for Cheeto. That should disqualify me from doing
cheetah.
math, I guess.
Chester the cheetah. I mean, it's pretty well known.
Anyways, it's called puffercorn, and it's like the cheese flavored one. And whatever it is, it's like, you like puffy Cheetos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. These are like puffier Cheetos. They are lighter in their texture, and they're so delicious. You got to try them.
I would try them.
Chester's Puffercorn, it's called, and I think it's supposed to resemble popcorn, but it's not popcorn because there's no kernels.
So it's kind of like it's not quite a ball, but it's kind of more like a ball than it is
exactly like
cheese puff.
It's like exactly like the puffs, except for puffier. You said you could sue me.
Listen, you can be mad.
Here's the thing.
You can be mad. We don't have to be friends if you win and I get $1.5 million. We don't have to be friends anymore. Just give me my money.
Rock bands have broken up for a lot less. Okay, let me just say that. I will say this though. If I have, what is it, $500 million and you have 1.5, or you have nothing actually at this point because it would be in litigation, do you really think I would let you win that court case? You don't think I would delay and pay for the lawyers till the cows come home for me to have to pay you $300,000 versus $1.5 million? Think about it that way next time you're going in with your 20% investment.
Hey, there's a good chance I might win, and I'm going to do the same thing to you. I don't care. I'll say I don't know about this deal.
If you win,
see what happens. Look out! Look out! This is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. It doesn't have to. We made a good. We did a bit. Do you remember we did this to help each other out? All you want to do is think selfishly about yourself.
Amongst our deal, all I have to do is prove that I bought one ticket. But if I bought 5 tickets, then I bought 5 tickets. I bought one. I fulfilled my duty. I would get the 1.5 million. You, I would say, well, he didn't really go in as large as I did. He wants to sue me. Go ahead and sue me. We'll have the lawyers battle it out. Your lawyer that is getting no money.
He's going to get paid when we win this case.
Yeah, that's and then my lawyer,
and I'm going to sue you for even more. I'm going to sue you for breach of contract. I'm going to sue you for the money.
That's fine.
I'm going to sue you for emotional damages. And next thing you know, you're going to be pissing in a pot, eating 7-Eleven hot dogs because that's all you'll afford.
Because if history tells me anything about our legal system, it is
how nasty you are.
The one that has $500 million is getting sued by the one that has $0. The one with $500 million will end up winning in the end.
We'll see. We had a good deal to help each other out.
So why don't you put down
$10
on the lotto and just squash it?
And you have to come out and get all selfish.
I'm just saying,
you're so gross.
You're not as invested as I am.
Gross, and I don't want to.
You're not as invested.
I wish this plexiglass that we have between us now was tinted, so I didn't have to look at your ugly face.
I'm just saying,
big ugly zit that's above your right eye too.
You could
big ugly nose.
You could just go in and invest as much as I am, for the common cause.
What, you want me to go back and buy more? Which game do you want me to go back and buy more tickets for?
Tonight's Powerball, I bought 10 for. So if you want to buy, I spent,
you bought 10 tickets?
I spent
$10.
That's fine.
So I just have to spend another $5 on tonight's Powerball?
No, you have to spend another $8 because you only bought one. So you spent $2. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been doing the math all morning long. I'm saying you are only 20% invested to my 100% investment. So
there's a $300 million or 300 million chance that we're not going to win, and this argument means nothing.
If you invest 100% and I win, then I will pay you the 1.5 million. No questions asked.
But you have to anyways.
No lawyers involved.
You have to anyways.
No, I'll wait you out in court.
Pete's holding on. He wants to weigh in on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, since Jeremy only buys one ticket, when he goes to purchase it, Jeff should do the same, just buy the one, so they're evenly, they each have the same amount invested, and then Jeff could just buy, his other four tickets on a separate ticket, just to keep everything all separate.
Now, this is where this becomes a problem, because what if I say, well, I would have to document, I would have to say, okay, this is the ticket that I'm buying for the payout to Jeremy, and then I buy a buttload of tickets over here on the side, and then he could say, well, wait, how do I know that set of numbers wasn't included in the one that you bought for me?
See, the problem, Pete, is we came up with this deal a couple of years ago, and the thing is, we never talked about how much we had to spend on the lotto. It's just if you win, then the other person gets $1.5 million, and so on.
And you had to play the same lottery.
So if he ends up winning, and I see that he wins, and I'm not getting any money from him, and says, "Well, that's because it wasn't on the ticket I bought for you; it was over here." Yeah. Then see then he's going to lose his ass in court.
Yeah. You see, because my wife, they play at work sometimes when it gets big,
Yeah.
So she'll kick in the $5 or whatever they want to all contribute, and then she'll she'll go and buy other tickets for us, for her and I, on a separate ticket or whatever, and just keep all that separate.
But don't you think it would cause a big hullabaloo if she bought the tickets for everybody in the office, and then she bought the tickets for you guys, and then the tickets for you guys, the string of numbers that was the winner came up and won. Don't you think everybody in the office would be calling shenanigans on that?
Well, she just chips in. She doesn't pie him. She doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They always have somebody else, that's a good point, though. Yeah, it would be better for someone else to buy them.
Yeah.
But,
see, what Jeremy would want is he would want your wife, even though she bought the tickets on her own accord, to go ahead and chip in and pay the rest of the office money because he wants to ride people's coattails.
That's not what I want at all. Our deal is if one person wins, the other person gets $1.5 million as long as they played the same game. Yeah. That was our shake. Yeah, but that's what we shook on. That's the contract.
Levels of play.
Jeff doesn't know anything about contracts.
There's
that's
levels.
Well, I was saying maybe you guys should renegotiate.
No, because we have a contract.
Nope.
We have to both agree to rip up the existing contract before we can renegotiate.
Well, maybe you guys should think about doing that,
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, because,
nope. I'd rather lose a friend and be rich.
Exactly. You guys don't want to,
This is what's hilarious about this is
Trish writes in. She goes, "You guys are proving what happens when people get money." You're right, Trish.
Yeah,
Jeff,
absolutely correct. If I were to win a bunch of money, like if I were just to come in and say, "Here you go, buddy, $300,000," you would be upset that I gave you $300,000.
When you owed me $1.5 million?
That's how greedy you are.
We had a deal.
You would be upset that I gave you $300,000.
If you owed me $1.5 million and I'm getting gypped, I'm going to be upset. If you're going in on the
investment the same level that I was, then I would give you the $1.5 million that was the agreement. The same level of investment. I've got a text to Jeff Stolberg. I don't know. He might be busy doing real law right now, but see if he can answer the question on how this would shape up.
Yeah, but you will lie to him. You won't tell him the truth. You won't tell him what our existing contract is.
Yes, exactly. No, I'll tell him the exact truth. I'll say years ago we made a deal, and that was if we both played the same lotto and one of us won, the other person would get $1.5 million. As long
as it was over 12.
That was the deal. But I find out this morning that I'm invested 5 times more than Jeremy is invested in this. Do you think that I should really
that you bought a few more tickets? Or
should I give him 20% of that deal?
I'd love to see what our friend attorney at law Jeff Stolberg says.
You could sue me all you want, but when I'm sitting in the Cayman Islands laundering that money, that $500 million, good luck finding me, my friend.
93.3 KZOZ Rock.